Radhe Radhe everyone. In this video, I have invited Sneha Srinath, who has cracked the job of a data analyst after 9 years of gap. Yes, you heard it right, 9 years gap. So in this video, we'll be discussing about her journey in detail, what all strategies she used to actually crack different interviews, how she created her resume, and how much salary one can expect after this much of gap. So this video will be very useful for you all. So stay tuned till then. Let's start the video, and before that, please do hit the like button of this video. It really motivates me to bring more useful videos for you all. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to it, and you can also follow me on Instagram, Learn with Gigs, where I regularly share job related updates. Plus, do hype this video so that it reaches more learners. Okay, so let's start with the introduction of Sneha. So, Sneha, could you please introduce yourself and walk us through your data analytics journey, please?
First of all, thank you, Shashank, for having me here. Hello, everyone. I'm Sneha Srinath. I work as a business analyst at GoSeed, and I'm also founder of Mom Analyst Hub. It's a supportive community for women who are in career break, who are willing to upskill themselves in data analytics. So, as for my education details, I completed my graduation in electronics and communication engineering in the year 2015. Soon after the college, I started my career as a program analyst in Cognizant, where I worked with SQL for database development, database management, and reporting. Soon after, around 8 months or so, due to few personal commitments, I had to leave my job. So I quit my job. Then life happened. I got married. I gave birth to two adorable sons, and then we bought a house. Everything was going well, but there was a kind of emptiness in my mind always. I didn't know what it was until and unless my kids started their school life. So once they started their school life, it was like hit me hard. So I always enjoyed coding. I always enjoyed solving problems and fixing things. Um, so what I did was I decided to restart my career. So I actually started thinking about that in 2023. So in 2023, I started researching about the different fields available where I can restart my career. So after a year or so, I finalized that I have to get into data analytics. It very well went into my agenda. So I started data analytics. I came through Codebasics Bootcamp. So through one of the YouTube videos of theirs, I have seen their way of teaching. So I really liked how they take things forward. So I joined the Codebasics Bootcamp, and from there I upskill myself in different technical skills as well as non-technical skills, because it's just a mix of both, right? So there I learned Excel, Power BI, SQL. Then I also tried Python. So apart from the technical skills, I also worked on my non-technical skills like storytelling, data storytelling, my analytical skills, and how to present a dashboard which provides insights for the stakeholders. So all these kinds of skills I learned through the bootcamp. So that's where it all started.
So, it started in 2023, you mentioned.
Yes, I researched for around a year, and from 2024, I started preparing for data analytics.
Okay, so Sneha is talking about Code Basics Data Analytics Bootcamp. So if you want to go through that bootcamp, I will provide the link in the description box. Please do check it out from there. So how much for how many months you prepared, and after that what happened, and what were your job hunting strategies? Can you tell all those things in detail?
Yeah, actually, I started with Excel with Codebasics. Side by side, I came to know through their portals that online credibility is also equally important for, especially for people who are in career break. So I was building my LinkedIn presence as well as upskilling myself in Excel and then Power BI. It took me around 6 months or so to complete the major skills that is required for data analytics, like Excel, Power BI, and SQL. Once I was through that, in between, what happened is that through LinkedIn, I started getting freelancing clients. So through my post, they checked out my page and they texted me, and I got inbound clients through um, LinkedIn. So I started working with that as well in during that process.
So what
So
kind of client, like who reached out to you,
yeah,
and how did they reach out?
through LinkedIn message, they texted me through LinkedIn, and they asked if I can help them out with the consultation. So for the first client that reached out to me was for data migration, automating data migration. It was totally new to me, but they really liked how I took the flow. So they jumped right in, and we had a conversation with discovery call, and then we went through that. Then I got a mix of clients actually. I have worked with data migration automation, and I have built ETL pipeline for one of my clients, and I have built dashboards for three of my clients.
And they all were paid?
Yeah. paid. The first one was a little low, but eventually it got right. I mean, the price got high. So
So
that is how
how much one can earn as a
the
freelancer?
first one was like not like a month. It was project based. So for the first one, I got paid around 11K for that data migration project, and later after that, I got around 25 to 30K. So that
Yeah.
was particularly for every project. It went on a retainer process for some time. Then yeah, that is how the whole flow went. Later, I was
And this happened because of your LinkedIn
LinkedIn
credibility.
presence.
So
Yes, exactly.
what you are doing exactly at LinkedIn which actually pulled this many clients?
Actually, I optimized the page as suitable for the projects that I've been working on. So I wanted to make sure that my story is heard through the page, and as well as my learnings and what are the skills that I have. I used to showcase it through my projects.
Can
So
you
I
also
think that,
share your can you share your LinkedIn profile once and
yeah,
go through that so that like audience can go through how you have actually created your profile and how you actually post?
this is my profile. I had my banner ready and what and all skills, I mean, what and all tools I have been working with. I have added it to that, and I have made my headline clear, and I had a headshot photo attached to the profile pic. And then I was making sure that what and all processes I'm involved in, I have added it in my about section. So since my community is also there, I wanted the other women in career break also to reach out to me. So I've added that as well here.
So Mom Analyst Hub is the page, right? So you are the founder of
Yes.
that, and you are saying that women who are on career break or even a fresher, right?
Yeah.
She can
All the
actually
women.
join. Yeah,
Yes, exactly. It's a space where you can upskill and reclaim your own confidence without any judgment. So that is the major idea behind the community. And I have my services listed here. Apart from that, my achievements I have added in the featured post. Apart from the featured post, whatever clients I have worked with, some clients were good enough that they have shared their feedbacks in my endorsements and recommendations part of the
okay.
LinkedIn page.
And can you show
So
your journey details, like what all things you have mentioned in your
yeah, one
past
second.
background? Yeah, this one
So if I have to start from the beginning, so if I have start from beginning, as I said, I've added my cognizant journey here.
of
Then
seven
about
months.
my yeah, I have added my parenting journey as well, my career break as well,
So you've
and
clearly
then
mentioned that you are full-time parenting and you are
yeah,
self-employed for 8 years, 10 months, right?
exactly. Yeah, I have made sure that I'm honest and open with whatever journey I was in, so that it will create more, credibility with the person whom I'm working for.
Right.
So yeah, and then this is where I worked as an automation consultant, analytics and automation consultant. What and all work I have done, what and all tools I have worked with, I've written it as a description under the experience that I've added.
Okay, so you have mentioned about your freelance thing
Yeah.
and it went for around 9 months. You have done freelancing for
Yes.
around 9 months, right?
Yes.
Okay,
As soon
really
as I
great.
joined this company, I have stopped freelancing. And about my community, with the day I started until till now. So I have added that in here in my experience. Apart from that, my current company's experience. So I started as a data quality analyst, and within 4 months, they were happy with my work, and I got into business analyst.
So how did you get this job? What strategy
This
helped
was
you?
also through actually through LinkedIn. My HR, the current company, she texted me in LinkedIn. She gave me a connection request. Then we had a casual chat. She wasn't aware that I was also a woman in career break. She thought I'm a consultant and I'm running a community. That was the info she got from my page. When she came into conversation with me, she came to know that I can also work in a company if a chance is provided. So after that, she scheduled an interview for me. We had around 3 rounds of interview. One as a screening round with the HR, and the second one was the technical round with the manager, and the fourth round was the founder's final round. So,
Okay.
so after those 3 rounds, I got the job. So that was the process that I went through for.
So LinkedIn only helped you eventually.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
LinkedIn played a.
What about your resume, which helped you to get shortlisted?
So this is my resume. So I've added a small line about what I've done, my achievements as well in this particular time period where I've upskilled myself. I've added my education details, my experience,
Okay.
what and all you saw in the LinkedIn page. I've replicated it here, and I've added the skills and the projects what I've worked with. So I have added the During my upskilling journey, I have worked in various real-time projects. So I have added those projects along with the dashboard links and the GitHub links here. So in the project section, I have added all these, and in the work experience, I have added my particularly my
Freelance.
the clients I have, yeah, the clients I have worked with. So that project I have added it in a detailed way. So since I had to keep it within 2 pages, I have limited it and have added few. And the certifications I have mentioned and the other activities at that time, what all I have worked with, I have added.
Okay, so Sneha, you have clearly mentioned whatever you have done, whatever was your past experience,
Yes,
exactly you have mentioned, and you showed what you have been doing for the past couple of months. You are a
yes,
freelancer, right? And you run a community. So everything you have mentioned, and that's what made you relevant, even though you
yes,
had 9 years of gap, right?
exactly, yes.
So Sneha, from salary point of view, like how much salary one can expect?
It's for freshers, I would say from 4 to 8, based on the company, the budget of the company, everything matters. So it's 4 to 8. For career break, usually it's a little lower than the market standards because of the break they consider, but it's totally up to you. If you have a nicely built profile prior to the day you are attending the interview, right, then it will fetch you more. So yeah, that is what I want to say.
Okay, Sneha, so I think I have really questioned you a lot, and I believe whoever will be watching this video, they will get a lot of motivation from you that they can, if you can do this, they can actually do themselves also, right? Because everything is possible, and it's just that you have to be very confident about yourself and do this consistent hard work that you have done. So thanks a lot for coming and sharing your amazing journey.
Thank you, Shashank, for this, and all the very best for everyone who's watching to have a great career. Let God bless you with all the happiness.